What is up, Obscure Mic people? It's Bart coming back at you with another interface review. But Creative, thank you, Creative. First time working with Creative. They sent over the Live Audio A3 audio interface. And there is definitely some super promising stuff going on here. We've got high-res 2496, zero latency monitoring, balance outputs, 4-channel combo ports, XLR, kind of some basic information there, but some good information. Yeah, this is an intriguing one. I'm very happy to be working with Creative. I used to use Creative MP3 players back in the early 2000s and generally liked the things that they made. So I'm kind of excited about this interface. Let's get some B-roll on it and see if it's worth the $130 price tag it's currently going for on Amazon. That pretty much puts it in that same range as like some of the really solid single XLR interfaces, which this is dual, 2 XLR combo inputs. So $130, kind of a deal if it's pretty good. That's kind of a really nice deal if it's good. So let's check it out. Let's unbox it, see what's going on. I already know I'm excited about a few things, but I have yet to plug this in because Obscure Mics is a first impressions kind of channel. So here we go. Got the Live Audio A3 in front of us. I have opened it, so I do know a little bit about it, but not an absolute ton. Flaps. Ah, flappy, flappy bird. Interface out first. Got some documentation. Got an accessory box that came with it. See what's in there. Looks like we've got a USB A to C cable. It looks like that's it, which is fine. Exciting stuff here. So there's the Creative A3. Already can tell you that I really like the form factor. And by form factor, I mean the kind of wedge shape here. So when you have it on a desk, you've kind of got the dials and everything in front of you, so to speak. They're not just flat back. We've got a mobile device input level here. And that's a good knob. No wiggle, no give. Feels fantastic. And then we got our input levels, gain knobs here for both jacks on the back. Same thing, no wobble, no wiggle. Ooh, that's nice. You know how like a little resistance, just a little is perfect? That's perfect. Output volume, no wiggle. Little resistance there, really good. Headphone volume. Look at that. We got 2 headphone volumes. Why? Because we have 2 headphone jacks on the front. This thing also is absolutely all metal. It feels pretty good. It's not overly heavy, but it's hefty enough. Feels really good. 2 headphone jacks right in the front, which you know what that means. 2 XLR combos right in the back. Line instrument levels on each. We got a single 48 volts phantom power switch, which, is going to turn phantom power on both of those. Kind of standard. Not a lot of folks, implement individual 48 volts phantom power. We do have a TRRS jack for phones and the USB to go out to your computer. Very low on the device. Kind of like that. That cord's going to run right along your table. Not going to be elevated. Not going to be able to damage that cord very easily. I like that. Monitor inputs, good to go. And in case I missed it, which I did miss it, but I knew I missed it, but we got a mute switch right here on the front. That's a huge feature for $130. Huge feature. I love the XLR combo jacks on the back because, again, very clean setup. You're going to have your XLRs running straight back and down over your desk or whatever it is that you have. Very, very clean look and setup. Design-wise, aesthetically, and build quality-wise, this is a $130 banger. So let's hope it sounds good and can push the SM7DB. And if so, going to have ourselves a little budget champ, possibly. Let's go. All right, so we've got the Creative Live A3 hooked up here. And this is maxed out. We got it on the SM7DB here. I got the gain all the way up. The headphone volume's almost all the way up, but not quite. Headphone out sounds pretty good. Your mobile thing there, it's got a little ticker when you turn it up and down. Overall, I like the lights. I like the indicator lights. I like the knobs. I like the headphone outs. I think the latency-free monitoring sounds pretty good. The preamp, obviously not super powerful, but it's doing it. But not a super noisy preamp either. Actually does the job, and what more do you need than, to drive this to... It's basically hitting about negative 12 dB right now, and in the headphones, it's clear as day, so it sounds pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and hit the mute button, and now the mute button is back off. Overall, I'd say this is a $130 banger. I would like a little more headroom in the gain, just a little more. It doesn't have to have it. It's good. But you never feel like super comfortable at 100% gain. You would prefer if you could dial it back to like 90 or 85 just to know that you got that extra if you need it. Not saying you need it in this case at all, but man, let me tell you, I really do love the build quality. I love the setup. I like the features. It would have been nice to have like a stereo or mono mix since we do have a 2-channel out. So if you are recording, just one instrument or one microphone or one anything, you're going to want to set your recording source to mono, or else you're going to get that left or right channel, which of course means you can do stereo recordings, which is cool. Again, combo jacks on this, really nice, sleek, stylish. I do really like this thing. It is not huge. It's a good size, man. That's what she said. The more I sit here and look at it on the desk and use it, I actually like it quite a bit, and I do think it sounds good in the monitoring. I really don't have any qualms with this thing. I think $130, if you need a 2 XLR interface that is going to be plenty good, this fits the bill. I think it fits the bill. Let's go to the BB SAR on it. I'm a sucker for aesthetics. I really am. Aesthetically, I love this thing. Like, as far as like the on-desk look, the setup, absolutely love this thing, and it is doing just fine with a mic that is extremely hard to drive. Again, this is the SM7DB, but it's not in preamp mode. It's in bypass mode, so everything I'm getting out of this mic is from the Creative A3 preamp. $130 on the BB SAR. I'm going to give this thing an 8. I think it's a very strong buy for $130. I really like it. It's not feature packed, but it's not skimpy on the features either. Again, you can't overstate build quality, knobs, how, wiggle or no wiggle, 2 headphone outs with 2 headphone controls. This has a lot going for it for $130. USB-C connectivity, real low down on the back of that thing. This is kind of a joy to have on the desk. Not perfect by any means, but for $130, it is definitely good. So Creative, thanks for sending this over to me, giving me a chance to check this thing out. I am pretty pleased with it. I could see this being on my desk at times, or maybe being my second office or second location interface. Love the XLRs in the back and love the headphone outs on the front. Love the mute switch. Love the build quality. Preamp, I wish I had a little more, but it's not necessary. It's just a nitpick. Mono stereo, wish I had that on the device instead of having to do it through a DAW or do it in software. Again, bit of a nitpick. For $130, I shouldn't be nitpicky, so I'm admitting the nitpickiness on this thing, but I really like this. This is a really sleek, stylish interface. If you want it, grab it in the link down below. I'm definitely kind of a fan of this thing. Obscure Mics, Creative, thanks again. A3's out of here. See you guys next time. Peace out.